Wait, that's a cow.
The Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness. Adventure on the edge.
Get 1.9% APR.
When you're dealing with unarmored opponents, right, these are the tough fights. They essentially have to.
That looks really high.
It is high.
Here we go.
It's time to push your limits.
Reese a little bit there, but Reese knows how to work it as well. He's played so many dead man modes. Coxie must be literally. How is he going to get away here? 31 HP.
Wilderness. Adventure on the edge.
Get 1.9% APR financing on select new Subaru Crosstrek models.
At Apartments.com, we go above and beyond to make renting easier on every single level. Here we go. Giving renters detailed guides on a place.
Own a vacation rental? If it's not listed on Booking.com, it's invisible to millions of travelers on our platform. Don't let your vacation rental be invisible. Get seen, get booked. On Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
Morning, Pete. Coffee's on and your Uber's on its way.
Alexa, I've been thinking, maybe I should just go by Peter now?
Peter Davidson. Not bad.
Sounds like I'm going to try and sell you an extended warranty.
How about Petey?
I know a dog named Petey.
Little P or Big D?
Oh, what about Double P?
You want to go by PP?
You know what? I think I'm just going to stick with Pete.
Pete. I like it.
I like you too.
Nearly half of Americans don't get the recommended daily intake of magnesium. But this essential mineral is great for your heart, bones, nerves, and muscles. Life Extension's magnesium glycinate delivers this popular form equal to 105 milligrams of elemental magnesium. And because it's a well-absorbed form, different parts of your body can make the best use of it. So get the magnesium your body needs with magnesium glycinate, and you'll say, OMG.
A little organic almond milk, delightfully simple, like a piece of modern art.
So simple, yet so profound.
Oh, that's good.
Califia organic almond milk, with just almonds, water, and salt.
Kenzie's or Sim, I don't know about that.
They haven't got the B space yet.
No, but Townsend's push has facilitated a heavy rotation. Both M4s will be here and blocked.
Wow, just in time. Just in time.
Have a HE to break this if they'd like, but it's always dicey against a 4-spy.
Especially 5-7's up close.
How good are the flashes?
Can they do it again? They've already won one of these.
Townsend's coming down.
Back's turn. Just as Kenzor looks
away.
Sizzy's lost the bomb.
Do you go forward? Do you go back? You know they've got all the info. 30 seconds. Got to make a choice.
They're running out to Towson. If he can disrupt with the MP9, he goes running and gunning for another onto NPL, but there is a race on. Hypex will be there in time. He's had his knife out, will tuck into the site, hears them coming, confirms his suspicions. One is enough. A powerful position here, hoping to be overlooked. Attention drawn by PR, and that's the kill. Kenzor's gone. Gamer Legion, they're making it work on the pistols.
Okay, the stack worked, the rotation was there. Towson's push not noted. I thought that Kenzor...
we saw a flash,
well, we did.
Yeah, X-ray. That makes all the difference.
All right, well, this is starting quite nicely with the back and forth. Snacks there, good understanding of the economy. The fact that they did win the eco, they should have a full buy. You hear that just chirp out of the mouth. And yeah, this was a race, right? Towson, I also love the fact he stays proactive there and just swings into them. Hypex gets set up by PR, and he delivers. Timeout called, and not by the coach. There isn't one behind Bait.
Does someone have to kind of wheel their chair over to the button?
I guess they're still able to type it in.
Okay,
I suppose. I guess you have to have some type of a
accommodation.
System.
Yeah.
You know what? Alex can't get out of the chair and take his headset off.
Can't be doing that.
Well, the same thing I just said regarding the Gamer Legion timeout now applies to the Bait timeout. So we're in a bit of a tug of war right now. Nobody's won out on the finances truly, even though Gamer Legion technically did. They were unable to convert against that eco.
It's okay. I think Gamer Legion should be terrified because NPL's got a Tech 9.
Hey, he's done his best work with the pistols so far, hasn't he?
He has.
Well, I think because you know you're going up against a buy, you're just going to approach this more standard if you're Gamer Legion, which means you probably fight for some banana control, and they're starting 3 strong.
Wow, early chip damage connects. 3 players worse for wear. Blocked by the incendiary as they progress middle.
I think Ascenthio's just missed his smoke there, banana. It's bounded back towards him.
Up middle without a care in the world. I'm sure Hypex has learned his lesson. He calls for the flash from Towson and confirms no one's home.
Rackets control this early is a nice boon for Bait. Gives them some wiggle room considering they haven't contested banana just yet. Snacks heading back over to deal with the mid to B possibility, and Rez pokes his nose in from Library. So they've called that clear as PR continues to send damage downrange banana, showing that, hey, we still have this full information. Sizzy comes back with the orb. Can he catch PR on a jump spot?
No, I wouldn't put it past him. This kid's quick. Just like that on the jump spot, PR sat down. Looks like acceleration on the cards.
Well, Snack's going to play silent in the back of the site or try and stuff him in the choke.
Yeah, he didn't have the block smoke, so he is just going to try and tuck on Nubox and hope it's not Molotov'd.
This rotation miles away.
It's just Snacks up against the entire squad.
Hypex can flash, but not
yet.
yet.
Looking the wrong way, catches the perfect timing to Snacks. Here comes that flash. Perfect team play. Hypex sets up Snacks. He's still alive at the back of the site. Stubborn in defense of B, and that clock is ticking. Kensazor finally fells him, but with 10 HP left, he's susceptible to spray. Nice again, Sizzy on the follow-up.
He's got a plant, 10 seconds.
Is applied, flank from NPL, catches Rez, but doesn't find it cleanly, and Gamer Legion will win out the tug of war.
Okay, that one's tense, isn't it? Snacks does so well there back of the site. He's got 2 choices. I either just try and mow them down to the choke point of the mouth of banana and buy time for the rotation, or I hide. And the first one he has to do on his own. Hypex was still just darting through CT spawn. This is great from Sizzy. We know he can hit these type of shots. They start skyrocketing towards that B site. It's the correct call. This flash comes in, well timed. The fight has already been taken, and bang, Ascenthio goes down, and so does the round.
You could put that round in a Counter-Strike textbook. You really could. Just the fact that Snacks, he catches the moment that they're clearing dark, his back is turned, and the teammates flash for number 2. Beautiful.
Well, they lost an eco before.
This is even less
threatening. Exactly. So we have a hard time seeing this one going against Gamer Legion. And even more so now. Kenzie Zortli is out top middle, displaying some of those frustrations, just takes the fire on his own. If he can chip him with a deagle, but it's Hypex to take another. And this will be a 2-5 scoreline in a couple of kills' time. I think if you look at the Stage 2 results for Gamer Legion, those results display domination. That's against them. Whereas for Bait, theirs were pretty close. Definitely winnable games. The Foot result, coming into this, I think the problem with Foot is you're dealing with major rookies, but at no point this year have they played like inexperienced characters. They're new on the screen.
Oh, for sure.
Well, they look like they've been doing it for a while, and that's when you look at the Na'Vi Academy and just the amount of officials and reps. Right, that's not.
Oh wow, there's the first for Huntfrag. Hiko gets a double. There's still 2 players left. They got no help on them. 13 and 3. Oh my goodness, how does he do this? How does Hiko do it again?
Welcome back to the World Championships of Counter-Strike. It's the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne Major. We've got a team hailing from South America leading the way against a team from Oceania. Well, FlyQuest look like they're going to be knocked out, but they do have their map pick to try and come back into. The issue is, Pain are also very good on this map.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, FlyQuest over the last 3 months have played it 9 times. They've got a 100% win rate, won it all 9. But listen to the competition. Liquid 13-2, that was here in Stage 1. Thunder Down Under 13-10, that was during Stage 1.
That's the toughest competition there.
Next Void, Tyloo, Semper Fi, UR, Alter Ego, Rare Atom, Fengda.
Yeah, you would actually say Thunder Down Under, the most difficult opponent they have.
Yeah,
that includes Team Liquid.
Yeah, you go to the other side, Pain. They've got a larger body of work on it. They've got wins over BC Game. They beat FaZe in Atlanta on it. They lost to Bet Boom in Atlanta on Anubis, beat Game and Gladiators Alka. So yeah, some of the competition for both sides is a little bit weaker than what we have at the major, so it's going to skew some of those results. But this is a map that FlyQuest picked that they're going to be happy to go to. They're happy to play it. Pain also going to be good on it as well. So really tough affair coming up for FlyQuest as they try and recover from that first map loss, equalize this series, and take us to Dust 2 to try and stay alive here at the major.
What do you think about FlyQuest starting on the CT side?
Ooh, yeah, we see some teams pick the T side. I think they might wish they had swapped it over to start on the T side after the kind of half that they had, because Pain on the T side of Nuke was able to just kind of blitz him and barrage him with a lot of aggression, a lot of pace, both factors of which work really well here on Anubis as well. Yeah. So I think the mental game from FlyQuest is going to get tested in a big, big way. That had to have been a conversation to shore that up and just be like, guys, mentally, we have to just be locked in this whole time. We cannot get affected by frustration. We cannot get stressed out by things that are happening, because Pain is going to bring some hurt to you. Yep. Pain is going to rush you. They're going to be in your face, and they weren't able to handle it on Nuke, and it's time to reset and get it done on Anubis.
Yeah, I think Pain are going to be happy about the fact that they get to start T-side again. I mean, it's just been great calling from Big Azera today. We'll see how that continues into Anubis here. They selected to start there, so let's see how it all goes down. And for FlyQuest, there were a couple of positives towards the end of that map where it felt like Inns was actually starting to show up. He won a really important force buy early in the second half, which actually allowed them to play themselves slightly into that game. Otherwise, they're about to get just drowned out straight away with no hope whatsoever. So at least you had a couple of rounds where you started to get going, but was never enough to really make you think they were even in the game at all. Again, different story. You just have to hope that you can reset mentally during that break, because I think there was a lot of moments there that felt very tilting for FlyQuest.
Yeah, like micro moments too. They weren't like one big crazy heartbreak, but just like, you know, a trade being a half second too late, someone slipping through a smoke and checking an angle you didn't expect at that stage in the execute, some very narrow missed opportunities. Yeah, a couple things that can have FlyQuest players right on the edge. That'll be something Azera has to keep his eyes on and burn those timeouts if needed.
And the worrying player to have tilted is JKS, right? Your most experienced player, the player you look to be your talisman of the team to get things going for you. And he was hit pretty heavy early on towards ramp on Nuke, and a lot of frustrating moments for him getting caught by smoke walks from Pyria. Hopefully his experience allowed him to mentally reset and get into the second map as FlyQuest are fighting for survival here at the Cologne Major. Pain Gaming one map up as we go to Anubis.
Dooley's on the aforementioned JKS with the smoke as well. Smoke flash on Big Uzera and safe for the Pain attack. And they're headed directly to the B bomb site. Vexite and Netic going to be here to defend. Vexite playing an E-box, Netic playing up on the platform, and the execute's going to come quick.
Yeah, it's going to be a brutal pistol coming at them again. You remember Pain did this over on Nuke as well, just bombard you. Run at you. Let's see if they can grab these opening kills with the Glocks. I mean, Netic, who's taking first kill. He's on the platform. He actually got away with a second. He's got time to reload as well. Netic doing so much, and he's still alive. He's still kicking, and he's drawing these players closer to him, and most importantly, buying time for the teammates to rotate over.
Yeah, most importantly, that smoke over an E-box is going to fade, so there's no longer safety inside the bomb site, and Pain have just called the audible. They're sneaking themselves out through Temple, and there's actually a really nice timing on this. Flash to keep the defenders focused here. Safe's going to make it past. That's the bomb spotted. Pyria, he's going to come next. He wants to fight first. They found an avenue into the A bomb site. Pyria pays for that kill with his life, but bomb is down. And now it's on Big Uzera to find a way to have impact in this round.
Yeah, well, you got Vexite getting over towards main. Good position to have into this. You can get that flank going. Big Uzera, can he step up? Glock in hand. There's the first kill on JKS. He's going to race over to the camera, but here comes Vexite at the right time. Takes his time to line up that headshot. Knows where Big Uzera is. 1v2 for Big Uzera. Down to the 1v1. Tapping the defuse, but Story's not staking it. And Big Uzera just slips out towards heaven.
Looking for a divine 1v1, and Story gets the headshot, but the time has cost him. A big clutch from Big Azera, and that will be Pain grabbing the opening here on Anubis. Big Azera knows you don't have the stones to stick that defuse as soon as he gets that kill. He gets that kill as soon as the defuse begins, and he knows you aren't going to sit it. Netic does so much work staying alive, a double kill, but man, we heard Snow give credit over to Big Azera for great calling. I don't know who called this audible to push him towards Temple, but the realization in that moment that you no longer had the safety inside the bomb site, that's so perfect. That is a sublime call in the mid-round.
And again, it's the same vibe that we had over on Nuke for FlyQuest. It just has to be building. It's like, what can we win? Like, these are the rounds that we're finding ourselves in such a strong position, and we're still losing these. It's crazy to see them concede that pistol round.
That's just more frustration that might continue mounting. Stalemate on A main, but Pain is going to be so happy they won't commit to anything. That early presence just burned a Molotov, an HE grenade, and a smoke out of JKS. All of his utility spent in the first 20 seconds, so any idea they had of maybe stalling out the A bomb site, forcing them elsewhere, that's not going to work. Readjusting as Pyria takes a very aggressive angle, peeking into the B bomb site. Nade damage tickles Netic down to 77. But again, another smoke forced out of the defense at the extremity early on in the round. Means by the time Pain walks up quietly behind it, it'll start fading.
BSM charging his way onto jail. It's going to be a good headshot on Netic. Pyria to respond with one on Story. And this defense not going to be mounting anything. So no hope of that force buy win that they had earlier on Nuke. And they're just going to get run over the top of, steamrolled by Pain. And that's 2 in a row now.
I think this is maybe some of the, I mean, obviously with just pistols now, we'll see what it looks like in the gun rounds, but I guess this is kind of the horror story you can see of what this map could be. With how much pressure we know Pain is coming in today and how aggressive they want to play some of these rounds, forcing out utility early in a round like this, but FlyQuest struggled to handle the aggressive pushes and the fast-paced rounds on Nuke. And Anubis is going to be a similar kind of story where those hits can be so effective.
And Rick's the coach there of Pain Gaming, saying that they're going to be focusing up on just celebrating every round victory, even if they're losing, trying to keep spirits high and vibes positive. Not much to celebrate here for FlyQuest, though.
And you want FlyQuest to hear that.
Yeah, you do.
Like, I don't care who you are, that shit affects you. When that other team is getting louder and louder every single round and they're cheering every time momentum builds, that gets even more frustrating. And it causes those close round losses to hurt even more, having to listen to your opponents celebrate.
Now that grenade hurts. Netic down to 10 HP. The Kiwi bruised. Safe coming back over to water. Flashes, or was rather, being set up by Story, but he's not going to toss it out just yet. In fact, he is probably going to die as he walks out towards Pyria. On 35 health, he's got a lot of opponents coming his way now, though, Pyria. Yes, they have weaker weapons, but that Deagle still hits hard, and now Big Azera can't hold on, so he gets overrun. They've dished out a lot of damage to these players on FlyQuest, but they've picked up an AK and a Galil.
Actually, if I'm the MAC-10, well, the round isn't really secure. So maybe you hold off for a little bit, but if I'm Snow, I'm kind of thinking of a hunt even in this 3v3. Want to take that AK and Galil away, but gonna secure the round win, that's the priority. So we'll see if they go on a hunt a little bit later on when they realize no one's coming for this retake.
Yeah, it's gonna be a decent way off, though.
It's not, I mean, honestly, like, if you're FlyQuest, though, you get out of this with a Galil and AK-47, you're pretty content with that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, considering what you had in the round, I mean, it's actually a bit of a win.
I mean, just saves you some money as well. You know it's going to be a long game, and you're going to have to fight back. There's going to be some adversity, so the extra cash if you don't upgrade to the M4s is huge. 3-0 start for Pain here on Anubis. Both these anti-eco rounds, rounds 2 and 3, started out with some very fast aggression towards A main, force the defender back, force utility out. This time, seeing that no presence was there, they just continued forward. In the gun rounds, we'll see how they decide to approach it.
And there's that good grenade. Just the worst time for Netic. He actually hits him in the head. But yeah, it looks like a pretty good buy for FlyQuest because of the 2 saved weapons. A little bit of residual cash.
Yeah, Vexite and Netic have about 2,800 saved up for saving the weapons. That's not bad at all. That's another buy round.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though if you don't start winning. And they've got to do that pretty much immediately here. You got the AWP out for Story, rifles around it. And the AWP for Safe on the prowl. And it's found the opening kill, and it's Story, the AWPer on the other side, just jumping into the open and getting taken down.
And now look at that. The gap opens up, so they boost Snow up real quickly off that pick. Just prepared for this eventuality, and JKS has got nade in hands, and now his teammate's down, so he's got to turn his back. He goes down for free. It's gone horribly wrong. It's gone terribly wrong.
That's the first buy round, yeah, and it's
oh my god,
very easily in favor of Pain Gaming. They've ended up taking themselves 4 rounds in a row for Pain. It's just crazy to see how easy that was. At a very, very, very bad sign.
You know, it was easy, but I want to give a lot of credit over to Pain, right? Like, they had a lot of things coordinated. If this eventuality happens, this play is available, right? If you get with the pick of the AWP in middle, we can boost up into the window, and then you should pressure, you know, you should pressure towards camera really, really early, see if you can find that timing. All of it just worked out.
Yeah, it's such a flat feeling in FlyQuest now.
I was going to say it just looks flat. Like, you can just see it. You can tell. It looks like they all just got slapped.
Yeah, told off by Pain, and kind of brutal right now. Well, there's that extra money. It's an extra 2 rifles you got picked up here because of the money you saved in the last round, but let's see what you can do with it. Netic in Vexite. Snow will make his way in towards A main, and JKS sending the nade out towards them.
Kind of a cool buy. I don't know. Pain's been on top of a lot of details throughout this game so far, but I don't know if they'll be on top of this one, realizing with those 2 saved weapons, there's going to be 2 rifles in this round. They could get caught off guard by this kind of aggression that they've been a little bit nonchalant about up against pistols, but there's M4s in play. Could be a little bit dicey. Oh, here's the push. Everyone's playing anti-flash, so they're ready for this, and Vexite can't swing. And now they know the M4 is in play.
As Vexite burning a little bit, singed toes as he drops back in behind that smoke. 100 minutes left. Still plenty of time here for Pain. Imperia's in a really strong spot in the middle of the map.
Yeah, nice initiative during all the craziness, during the aggressive push from A main to find this position. Good shot from Safe with the AWP. Vexite gonna hold the angle, but he's the lone defender now of this bomb site. Inns shifting over with the USP, gonna be smoked off, can do absolutely nothing from this position. Netic has the other M4. He's gonna arrive late. Wait, Safe is so far away. They can, this is dangerous. Pain don't realize how dangerous this round is.
Yeah, well, Big Azero's reliable. He's got a lot of cover here at the fountain. He's just holding him off. He's got Pyria coming back to help him, and Ain's now stuck in heaven. So the danger's now gone, and Pyria confirms the kill through the smoke onto Ain's. A 5-round lead here for Pain on T side, and it's looking very similar to that of Nuke. You're 5-0 in the hole, and no real resistance in the CT side yet.
You have to call this timeout if you're Azur. You have to call it and have a conversation now because you're getting battered across the map. Time to change the whole vibe going on the FlyQuest side of things. Which one of these guys is going to step up and provide a spark for them? 5-0. They have the AWP out in Story's hands. Still plenty of money in Netic and Vexite. Again, that's the benefit of saving the AK and Galil back in round 3. But it's time to turn things around if you're FlyQuest. Somebody's gonna have to put a stop to this because Pain is having their way with the map. Everything is wide open. AWP picks are there. Able to overrun either one of the bomb sites. You've done it already at both sides of the map. Red flags everywhere for FlyQuest defense. Netic is gonna head to the B bomb site with Vexite. Story and JKS over at A, and Inns is gonna man middle. The double doors all on the zone. They're coming right at him.
Yeah, you got Big Azero on that charge, breaking open Inns. The door's wide open. FlyQuest, here they come, flooding in. Pain Gaming players towards them, and JKS at least handling Big Azero. Will even out the numbers at a 4v4.
Yeah, but look at what this does over to VSM. He's starting to move in towards A main. He's going to be smoked off, but he's got a good position. Going to back off it now. Okay, that's the first test for FlyQuest passed. You went 1 for 1. Inns goes down in middle, but you stop this pace. You slow the round down, and you make Pain change their decision.
Well, they're going to be coming at Vex site, and he doesn't really have much help.
No, because Nedic's got to be cautious about middle now. He's over in Temple looking behind.
So this is tough for... Vex site. He peeks out at the right time, and he's done very well on his own. Safe and Pyria both dead, Pain down to 2 players, and looking like this is going to be the first round for FlyQuest. You can't let it go! And that's exactly what's happening. VSM's got 2, and all of a sudden, FlyQuest having to come back in for a retake.
And the Molotov is going to delay things, and it's going to buy time for Pain to get into better positions. JKS, he's going to be alone now because his teammates smoked out with an AWP as well.
Surely if you lose this, you don't recover from it. Surely this is just mentally shattering. Story and JKS trying to come back in, but Snow's held off JKS, and Story can't go for this. 4v2 falling against FlyQuest. Disaster strikes again.
No matter who steps up for you, Vexi with a very nice double kill, all on his lonesome at the B bomb site, but VSM matches that effort to take it over, and yet again, another opportunity missed for FlyQuest to get started. One step closer to elimination. Lovely shooting from Vexite. Narrow miss on the AWP, but stepping into the next fight, Pyria didn't expect it. This is just one better. Smoke pops, and all of a sudden, Vexite's vision is taken away, making that fight much trickier.
That's just heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for FlyQuest. And again, the battered and bruised buy here for the CT side, going up against the fully nourished purchase here. All Pain. AWP for safe. AK-47s on the rest. Just no real weakness whatsoever. And you've got safe holding, and you're trying something inventive, something creative. You're sending Story out in a boost, and you're just being watched.
I know, they're like, he read that as well?
It's like, what?
It's like, are these guys cheating?
Like, yeah, exactly. It's like, we can't actually do anything. No matter what we're trying, it's like, all right, can you boost me out B main? Nope, they've read that too.
Yeah, it's like, what's crazy is like, the CTs go for an aggressive play, and Pain is sat back waiting for it. Other rounds, it's like they're fast-paced and in your face before you're ready for anything. You have Inns alone watching mid, and he's got contact within the first 20 seconds. Can't catch a break, and Pain, they're very well concentrated on the map outside the B bomb site. Here's the utility, setting up the smoke walls, obscuring vision, but nobody's home regardless. Free B bomb site, free plant, free round for Pain.
They just come marching in. Site wide open.
FlyQuest can go for this and see if some magic is created as they turn this corner, but you're going to want to prioritize keeping the AWP on Nedic and the M4 and Vexite alive.
Yeah, well, they just get smoked as well at con, so you're going to have to wait that out or just go through it.
Now it's about exits. Now it's about finding a weapon moving forward that can help bolster your economy.
Yeah, no magic, even with the Fairy Tale in hand for JKS, and ESM going to go out into the open. Will be handled by Inns, who does get his first kill of the game. I'll pick up an AK-47 as well, drifting back through the water. At least a couple. Hopefully that starts to warm him up a little bit. He had a quiet first half on Nuke. Started to come alive in the second. You know, if you're sitting here in an elimination game, you know you've got the skill of Inns. You do not want to be sitting here just feeling like you can't do anything. And I think same will be said about so many of the players here on FlyQuest.
I think the bigger problem right now for FlyQuest is I don't think the individuals necessarily feel like too poorly of themselves. I think they just feel like as a team they can't stop anything at the moment. That's what makes it feel useless, is the knowledge that wherever Pain attack, like you don't have a chance as like a second wave player to be involved. You don't have a chance to retake the bomb site. Just the wins for the most part have been so convincing and so comprehensive that you don't even get a chance to do anything as an individual.
Even when you've got a 4v2 in your favor, for example, you know, that just goes against you straight away. But finally, it's going to be Stories up winning that fight against Safe in the opening. So you've got an advantage to play with if you're FlyQuest. And you've got Nedic pushing out, and Pyria's shut his brain off.
Yeah, he was looking the wrong direction, almost got one back regardless, had a really quick chance at it. Okay, well, this is one you absolutely cannot let slip. This would break the back of FlyQuest. 5-on-3, and you've basically got 2 freebie kills, an AWP pick, and someone not even looking at you.
You've got to take this one. You just have to if you're FlyQuest.
There's a gap in that smoke. They're just going to walk through. I don't know if FlyQuest realizes how wide open that is.
It's him again. It's their nightmare. It's VSM stepping out from the same position.
Oh, he got past as well.
Oh, he got into the side. There's the kill off the back of the platform. He's lost his teammate. Oh, it's another one. Surely not 3. It's damn close to a third, but it's Winston at least.
It was so close to a third.
So you can't do it again, VSM. You cannot do it to them once more.
All right. Well, now it's about rattling off the rest of these rounds, and Payne call a timeout immediately to stop that from happening. A little chit-chat that's not really necessary with the way they've been playing, but just cautionary.
I think if you're Ricks, you see that Furia lost focus in that round, for example. You maybe just like take a second, recalibrate. Things have been going so well. We've won 7 rounds in a row. And perhaps that's when we can sort of take our foot off the gas a little bit.
I'll be honest with you, my first thought was, you know, with this 7-round lead is like that could be really dangerous. That could be a way for FlyQuest to get back in. If the rounds from now are starting to feel like, you know, we're going for some ego peaks, like an AWP just dry sliding into a fight over towards the A bomb site. Cool to go for that once in a while. Doesn't pan out here, but if you get stuck calling too many of those plays because you feel like your individuals have the hot hand and that is a way for FlyQuest to come back.
As we were highlighting at the start of this game, it's all been South American teams for FlyQuest here in the second stage, and they've taken losses, every single one of them so far, and now in the hole against Payne, they lost the map to them already.
Losing Dust2 to 9Z, 9-13. Losing Dust2 to Legacy, 7-13.
I haven't been able to break through to double figures yet. Getting destroyed in stage 2. Now the issue is you win your first round for FlyQuest, but so much money available for Payne, so they immediately are into a good buy again.
Slowed them down, at least for the moment, though. You could see these last couple rounds. Payne's trying to play a little bit more of like a map control style. And the long walk through canals towards E-Box and the B-bomb site. Piria's got an opening kill already. Medic picked off, just peeking for information. Inns is burned potentially into a fight.
Yeah, they know the fight's coming their way. VSM is looking so sharp right now on this T side. That's long range, instant headshot, and that's put all this pressure on Vex side alone. Now he was able to stand up on his own and get a double kill a couple of rounds prior, but he has to do it again here with 45 seconds left. His teammates are rotating over. It's Piria to drop Story, and now Vexi, look at him having to fight on 2 fronts, doing what he can, doing his best, but it's not enough, and nor is JKS. It is 8-1 as Payne respond to the immediate round loss with a round victory.
This is what I mean by like FlyQuest feeling like they don't even get a chance to really be involved and have a good look at turning this game around, is those kills at the B bomb site just come out like so early before even the execute. One player inside the bomb site gets picked off before the E-Box players are even in position. E-Box players pick a player off, force him into a fight with Molotovs, and then you have one defender and everyone's scrambling to rotate over when the smokes are already down, the execute's already in place, and everyone's taking disadvantaged fights and in bad positions. FlyQuest can't get a grip here on Anubis. Five rounds away from the end of their major.
Walking out with the smoke, but VSM doesn't care. He's going to go into it. He's going to go through it. JKS ready, and he's got both. So JKS is not going to be disrespected like that. You can't just walk through the smoke dry. He's going to take both those frags.
That's what I just talked about. Those are the rounds. These are the ways for FlyQuest to get back in, because they've been struggling to have the team coordinated, but if you're just going to dry walk through a smoke and play for the trade, JKS handles that one. And now we're 3v5 for Payne. And really no good positions to springboard anything. 45 seconds on the clock. Big Uzera really in the only position to create anything for his team at this point.
35 seconds left. There's the aggressive play from JKS, looking for information. He's lost his life, though. Is that going to weaken the A defense enough to make this happen for Payne? You've only got one play here. Big Uzera can cut off rotations. Inns is on an island on his own, and here come Payne, charging in, marching in, looking to try and recover this and go to 9 rounds. Inns at the back of the cake. He's been so quiet throughout this game, but this is the time to go loud. As he hides, he waits, he hears the steps, and he shall deny that bomb plant.
There's still time left, 7 seconds. Gotta get the bomb quick, He's got it.
Starting
now. The plant going down. Yeah, he's got it.
Real close, real damn close, and it will go down with the final second. Vexite's up next, 1v1 against Pyria, looking for the head, but Pyria's got it, and Pain find another way to a ridiculous round victory.
They are just tearing the heart out of FlyQuest round after round. They have found all the solutions, and yet again, so close and so far away.
You get Big Uzera into middle. He pushes up, blocks off the temple rotation, and JKS's aggressive A-main play works against him.
It's the push from JKS. That's the one. That's everything Pain was looking for in a 3v5. It's their way back in. No one's in a position to create anything, so they need to count on FlyQuest. But it's, you can't put, look, you gotta put that on JKS, but also the reason he's doing it is because the team's been getting beat everywhere on the map. So he's feeling like he needs to get a jump on information, a jump on a flank, a jump on a rotation, and that's the pressure that Pain has put FlyQuest under throughout this whole map.
Yeah. And it's FlyQuest's most experienced player stepping forward and being the one that goes down. He was also the player to get the 2 kills that put them in the powerful position, but that's how it goes from 0 to 0 within seconds. And now Pain sitting in a 4v4, and once again, trying to charge in towards this A site. Once this smoke fades away, they're going to be in a great spot to execute into the A bomb site and go for a 10th round victory.
Again, just trying to find information, trying to find out where Pain is moving on the map. But Pain isn't spread. They're all grouped up towards A main. Set piece coming in. Molotovs everywhere. JKS alone on an island. Netic arrives just now. What kind of defense can they muster?
What can JKS do? Side of the smoke, into the open. 2 players spotted. JKS got that kill, but Netic's gone. It has to be JKS, and he's making up for it. 2 kills on the defense. Trying to hold Pain back. And he smoked at Heaven. Blocked out. Big Uzera going for the plant. It's just a tap.
Wants to bait out that peak. They got time to play with, but the flank coming in fast.
Yeah, the main flank. Big Uzera's got to get up here. He's got to get this kill on JKS. And JKS successful in the headshot. A 3K in this round, bouncing back immediately for him. And the 2nd round secured for FlyQuest.
Clawing together what they can, but it just still feels so far away. AK is being dropped around for Pain. FlyQuest finally put their money into a weird place, but unfortunately for them, it's the last round of the first half, so it doesn't even matter. Carving out what breathing room they can for the side switch. But it's not nearly going to be enough, even if they get to 3.
In's trying to just peek before that smoke. See if anybody's trying to walk through it, but not going to detect anybody from Pain, who are being disciplined about this, going through the motions, taking mid-control via utility, slowly but surely, and moving Big Uzera up into a better spot. Once again, they look to try and penetrate the double doors and middle. Being assisted with utility out from Ruggs that lands towards the camera. You've got Vexite realizing, okay, FlyQuest do not have a huge amount of control here. They need to start pushing forward. That flashbang tossed out from VSM, trying to show that there might be a little bit more awareness of Vexite's play, but it doesn't discourage him. He still moves forward, realizing the risk is required. And he's gone and he's got that opener. And FlyQuest in search of a 3rd round and a half.
I think with that kill, though, Pain just decided to go towards Temple instead. Coming through the smoke is Inns. Oh, somehow wins that fight as Inns. He's got a double, and now Vexite adds on top. So they will get that 3rd round right at the end. Holding on in this major by their fingernails. That's it. That's all they've got on this cliff, riding the edge. And when we return, we'll see if they have a comeback in their back pocket, because they need to stay alive here in Cologne.
It's so important to appreciate the simple things. A good smoothie for breakfast, a little organic almond milk. Delightfully simple, like a piece of modern art.
So simple, yet so profound.
And a gift from her ex.
Califia organic almond milk with just almonds, water and salt.
Oh, that's good.
Ghirardelli Premium Dark. Smooth. Rich. Irresistibly delicious dark chocolate. Ghirardelli Premium Dark. Makes life a bite better.
Teams start this journey, but only 2 are left standing.
We believe in ourselves. Win on 3, 1, 2, 3.
The math is simple. The quest, anything but. This isn't just a series. This is legacy. Everything's on the line because history is calling. This is the NBA Finals.
Ghirardelli caramel and chocolate, they're great on their own, but together, it's like the Watson to your Sherlock, the SpongeBob to your Patrick, the bestie to your spa day, the apprentice to your sensei, the partner to your picnic, the hero to your sidekick, the caramel to your chocolate, the chocolate to your caramel. Perfect pairs, share a square. Ghirardelli makes s'mores a bite better.
At Apartments.com, we go above and beyond to make renting easier on every single level. Here we go. Giving renters detailed guides on a neighborhood level, apartment community level, and unit level, allowing you to see the exact unit that you're going to be living in. But we didn't stop there. We've got renting down to the cellular level. Closer, closer. Wow. Hey, little guy. Apartments.com. The place, to find a place.
Own a vacation rental? If it's not listed on Booking.com, it's invisible to millions of travelers on our platform. Don't let your vacation rental be invisible. Get seen, get booked. On Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
Rounds to go and run to try and get aiming absolutely look like they're going to be set. Well, at least a nice pistol round look home. That's going to be period. So we can have a line of sight. Doesn't be involved, so the rest of his team is going to come join. FlyQuest get into the site. Bomb plant going to be secured. Safe has got first blood, though. Through the smoke? That is one way to get it, isn't it? But speaking of smoke, 2 players have pushed in. No. Inzanetic playing all on this to go your way, and it's the pistol surely going against Fly. He can piece together something special. He chimes in and just VS, and that is more like it from Vexite. Yeah, they got so tunnel vision on Vexite's position up on platform. They never really considered B main. They never really had anyone go and try and address that situation, and what a deadly crossfire. Big Uzera probably the only one who could have bailed him out of that scenario coming from CT spawn. But Vexite wrecks him as well. Well, you know, lose this pistol, you're out of the competition, essentially. So Vexite has taken the first step of an incredibly long road back into this game. Is that a 2v4 or 2v5? That's actually crazy. 2v5, right? Yeah. Because Snow gets both kills in connectors, so yeah, Safe got the first. That's crazy to see. Fantastic work from Vexite. Well, remember, this is the pick of FlyQuest. They brought it here. They've got a 100% win rate in the last 3 months. We went over the context of some of the teams they beat. Nobody's super impressive, but you still come into this map with full, complete confidence without any kind of a loss on it. So you better feel confident that you can come back into this. JKS flying Mac 10 to lead the way. Yeah, right into the open. VSM going to be caught. Snow dropping into the smoke, hiding, shrouding himself, and Safe sending bullets through the smoke. Again, another smoke kill for Safe in back-to-back rounds. It's chaos, but Safe is coming out on top of it. In's fighting back, sending kills of his own, but Safe is dropped into the site, and he's got one. Traded by Story. Absolute chaos, but it's set up a chance for Pyria, who's now arrived with this Deagle.
Go silent for now. Trying to figure out where is he. Now you've got the info. Imperial waits for the cross of Story. They double peek together. He anticipates it, and he gives himself the best chance possible. But Vexite will fight on, and another round for FlyQuest.
Yeah, that's really well done, and all the insanity of this round. Spamming through smoke, losing 2 players. Was feeling like it could just be another disaster for FlyQuest. Safe Supermaning into the bomb site, almost found a little bit of safety, but they could never kind of slow it down and get comfortable, right? Everything was fight. Everyone's brain was telling them to swing and fight every single moment. So in the 2-on-2, when it can't calm down, FlyQuest has the advantage. Now just upgraded pistols, lack of armor for the Pain side on defense. And FlyQuest gonna bring this to within striking distance if they close out this round.
Off they go. JKS handles both of the A main players, so those pistols out of there. JKS also out of there. He wants to get away. He doesn't want to stand and fight with low HP now, and all those FlyQuest steps now splitting into this B-bomb site. VSM's on the chase, trying to catch out JKS. He did spot his head, and the JKS also seen him off, so that'll end up being a 6th round. The gap is just 3 rounds now for FlyQuest.
Not too bad, is it? But I think that first gun round is going to tell us a lot about how this goes. We'll see what Pain is able to bring out. Looks like they're going to have an AWP on safe. Be a good indication of if this offense can overcome what Pain bring to the table. I think it's going to be super critical as well for FlyQuest to continue. There's not a single point during this series on Nuke and now on Anubis where they've been able to like build any. They've never played with momentum on these maps. You know, for the most part, their wins have been few and far between. Round wins like never really strung together with any significance. So that can all change if you finally build some momentum here and get that new, fresh feeling of playing the game if you're FlyQuest and having that kind of fun with you. Maybe you can carry that into a map victory and take us to Dust 2.
You got a little MAC-10 for ins, so you still got a faster play available. Maybe you desire to use it now for FlyQuest. But they head out into the standard start, spreading out into the default. For Pain Gaming, the AWP is out, and we'll see what Safe can do with it. We got VSM attacking out and going aggressive. Look at this. Half his health gone, but he's challenging. He's trying to block them, and that smoke's gonna go down at stairs.
That's actually so sick. He might just want to back away now. Like, they already know, they know you're here. So I don't think you're gonna do much with the aggressive piece, but at least you've kind of taken this option away from them, and you've made them consider and think about the fact that now part of the map is no longer under their control.
Well, you forced them into a reaction elsewhere, right? And they are now transitioning their forces over towards B.
Yeah, but so is VSM, who's the player who pushed a ton of A. So they've just bolstered this defense with a 3rd defender, looking for the smoke to rain in. He's got confidence that Safe has his back, an AWP angle towards stairs.
Well, they're breaking through now. Oh, big kill on the MAC-10. Snow's out of there. Remember, VSM took so much damage from that early utility. He's at only 30 health inside of Dark. Winning inside of the connector smoke takes further damage, down to 25. And that plant is coming in here for FlyQuest. Hard to see how they're going to let this one go, as there's a safe call on the other side of the map, and VSM is slipping away. So FlyQuest have broken through into the B-bomb site. They've won their first gun round here in the second half. And this comeback as well, and truly on now.
Yeah, JKS starting to look pretty sharp as well. Vexite 19 kills, JKS 14. Those two doing a very, very good job for FlyQuest. Well, they just did to Pain what Pain did to them all in the first half, which is just take the bomb site so easily and so quickly that there's really no chance for anyone else to get involved.
Yeah, you see, stepping out, I thought Snow was definitely going to get that kill on ins. Great work with that MAC-10. The all-important kill, because maybe Snow goes on to get the multi-kill from that point.
Let's check out this entry. This is wild. So first kill from Netic in that one, the instant dink, and then the transfer over. Nicely done.
Now you've got to figure it out what you want to do here, Pain, because you don't have a huge amount of money, so you can't get a perfect buyout. Well, you still have an ult for Safe and SMG and a couple of pistols here and there, so Still a round where you can be a threat. But absolutely, FlyQuest should be taking the 8th round. The gap's just going to be 1 round, and that's how they go ahead and get their opening. Big Uzera blasted down with utility.
Yeah, VSM now sprinting to pick up the M4. He's only come into this round with a Deagle, or a 5-7, excuse me.
Look how quick you've come back into this. FlyQuest have done so well, but fall foul to the Superior waiting inside of the smoke. Deagle in hand. They've crossed by. Surely this can't happen. There can't be a devastating play available in his hand cannon. They've run it right past him. Pyria to destroy them. Predator in behind, hunts down his prey. Pyria's got 3, and FlyQuest dead in middle, and their chances might die with it. That's the kind of round that can re-inspire this Pain team. And JKS, he's got a minute left and a 1v3 ahead of him. And that bomb is down in enemy hands.
That's a gut punch. What a sinking feeling that just delivers to FlyQuest. And with his knowledge inside the smoke, with the information he's gathering, because a teammate had shifted to help him pick up the M4, they had a really strong defense there. He was calling numbers the whole way, listening for that 4th player before he made his move. Absolutely perfect play from Pyria.
And Safe will close it out. JKS falls, and oh no, that's the kind of play that might just break you if you're FlyQuest. You're all coming back into it. I was just saying how, you know, you've done so well to close the gap, and then Pyria gets in the smoke, and you just see it all happening, don't you? You just see what's going to happen.
It's the theme of FlyQuest, and you brought it up a couple of times. So many of their games, it feels like they're so close, like the opportunities are right there, and they just can't handle it. Here, you're coming back. You're about to win against a low-buy round. You're about to get closer to tying things up, get the scoreline close, be right back into this map, contending for your position in the major still, and stage 2 still, but you lose to a Deagle popping out of smoke. It's Pain players making all the impactful moves on the map. And it makes sense that FlyQuest calls a timeout immediately out of that just to settle down the frustration, the stress, and the emotions, but they get right back into things, round 18. Full buy and plenty of money for FlyQuest left over, so plenty of fight left for them to get involved in.
Oh, Pyria's just made himself a pariah in Australia. That's just be a big fan of him. He's just absolutely back.
Testing the B bomb set that they overran, just
coming over to try and defend it here for Pain. Oh, he got back to safety. Big Azara's protected him. JKS coming in with a kill, but look at Snow. Smoke, and they're both dead. Snow, that's it. FlyQuest, surely too much of an injection of energy now for Pain.
That round. Popping out of E-Box, Defender's got a smoke in hand. He's got to scramble to get into safety. His teammate saves his life. The transfer from Snow is amazing.
Oh, that is huge.
I know they're coming through smoke, but that is sick from Snow.
Yeah, but he steps out to fight them. He doesn't cower away from the moment.
Oh, he knows. He feels like he's got to take this swing to protect his teammate, right? And now he just knows what's coming. He's got to stand and fight. Netic and Vexite got no chance. Last buy for FlyQuest, last chance. 2 rounds away from elimination. 6 rounds away from Dust 2.
Story in search of the opening kill over towards B. Smoke is up, protecting Snow for the time being. Story going to be blocked by utility. Opportunities run dry towards B, so he falls away, and they shall surge elsewhere. No one from Pain sending an aggressive look at them. They're just sitting back now.
FlyQuest has some room to work with in middle. Vexite and Netic leading the way, Story in support. Looking like they want to split this A bomb site. Big Uzera drifting back towards Temple now. VSM and Safe would defend the A bomb site if the hit continues to come in.
JKS handles the push. Pyria walking in towards him. Now the pressure's on Snow. He had a big round in the previous. Can he step up? He's burned. He's burned into the fight against JKS, who positioned himself very well to challenge and occupy Snow, who's turning back, trying to fight, realizing they're coming at him from multiple sides. Only squeezes out the 1 kill. And FlyQuest into the B bomb site. VSM and Safe a long way off.
Yeah, good job, good calling, and good round from FlyQuest here. This time they fool Pain completely. Pain feeling a hit that entire round. They, especially with the mid utility, they were so sold on this being an execute or a split towards the A bomb site. That's why the information play comes. And eventually destroyed out towards E-Box from the B bomb site by JKS. And that just opens the floodgates, makes it so much easier. Snow's in an awkward situation as the only defender. And FlyQuest stay alive a little bit longer. Good response after a devastating round loss. There's plenty of money, though, for Pain, so they're going to continue buying moving forward into the next round. No exit kills for Safe as FlyQuest tuck in against the wall. And a timeout called by Pain, their second one. So close to closing out this series. Big Uzera being very vocal. Explaining what he sees, what he wants to have happen, how he wants the sequence and the timing to work out with everything. Putting their last plans into action as we head into round 20. There's money on the side of Pain. Safe's got 6,800, Big Uzera 1,800, VSM 2,200 behind them. And FlyQuest would love to have an economic break down the stretch. And they're clinging tight to this final chance they have to remain here in the Cologne Major. Up in the hands of Story, Safe has his. And a double op setup for the CT side as Snow picks up one as well.
Steps forward, Big Uzera. Opening kill onto Vexite. He's being the shining light for FlyQuest as well. 20 kills on this map, but dead and out. It's a 5v4, and they're just going to charge, try and get into this A site. VSM steps into the open, ends with an important kill, but Safe still lies in wait. And the Brazilian sniper back in the server and back butchering this FlyQuest team. He goes into the open. Big Uzera's the only one that can stop him. Takes down his own teammate, but they won't care as long as they can finish off Story.
Oh, a day, 2 HP.
And now we're coming to the end of the tail. The end of the tail for FlyQuest. Map point, series point looms for Pain unless Story can pull this off. And Big Uzera picks up the AWP of his fallen teammate. And we'll end the round here. A 12-8 scoreline. Pain into the lead and looking like it is going to be a complete closure of this series.
Yeah, FlyQuest got rushed. They got hurried. They felt like when that 1 kill goes down elsewhere, they have to pull the trigger on the A hit in that moment. Shut down by the AWP. Lovely AWPing from Safe. We mentioned he'd spent a lot of time out of professional competition, but he didn't miss a step when he bounced back. In his first event, he still looked like he picked up right where he left off. And now he's had a few months beneath his belt to warm back into it. 15 kills for Safe in this map.
And they're going forward, Safe stepping out. Breakage of the smoke results in ins actually finding the opening kill here for FlyQuest. And that is going to allow Story to move undetected close towards camera early on. In the meantime, you have got VSM aggressive towards A main, so there's no defenders of the A site. No defenders at all. And now they're going to walk back. VSM's not ready, and Story's going to grab that headshot, which opens up the A site entirely, and FlyQuest looking like they're going to grab another round here.
Now's the time if you're Pain, you just kind of stack up towards a bomb site and hope eventually they hit it, knowing it's probably not going to happen, but no reason to risk these weapons and risk your economy. You got 4 rounds to toy with. This one's lost.
Well, just still taking their time. They know any round can go against us, so FlyQuest being methodical to move into the final move. But as soon as that bomb goes down, round is confirmed.
You know, it's really cool seeing FlyQuest fight back like this. I felt like there's been enough moments in this half for them to have kind of faded out and just been beaten and just kind of take the loss. But man, And they're not giving up whatsoever. Every single round, they're coming back and fighting for it. So credit's where it's due in that regard, although it might still end up in a losing effort. 12-9. With the double op switch a few rounds back, Snow has got an easy one to pass over to Safe, so you don't even really have to dip too much into the bank that you've got built up to replenish Safe having the weapon. Lead is cut to 3. Pain will replenish some of the lost weapons. Step back into round 22 as FlyQuest continue battling back. It's Snow who's going to keep the AWP.
Okay. This particular opening move forward or no? He's just going to play on the platform. Feeling like that's where he wants to post up with the AWP in this round, and Safe to rifle in middle. Interesting. FlyQuest in pursuit of overtime. Snow making no secret of the whereabouts of the AWP. Letting it ring out loud and proud, but Safe's actually moved off middle. So once again, you've got this mid control to work with for FlyQuest.
And previously when we saw this more passive kind of really split defense, it was Safe who was kind of watching towards camera and towards middle with an AWP, but with the fact that Snow didn't pass it over and they didn't drop it for him, I don't really have anyone who can provide resistance to any kind of a play from FlyQuest coming from middle. 1-3-1 setup for the offense. Lurker outside B&A, and a 3-man core moving into middle just now.
And they got to the double doors early in the round, but they're taking their time with regards to progressing past them. They're just going to leave Vexa at the doors, and they're going to be dropping back for a B finish.
Well, they pulled off a great fake in this regard a few rounds back that ruined Pain. But the information play came from E-Box, which ended in a death. Now the information play is coming from A main. They see it's clear.
The time is so limited. Snow is going to take 99 damage. 1 health left, and he jumps into the open. That's going to cost him his life. So, Peria, the pressure's on you, and he only gets the 1. Story moves into the site. FlyQuest still fighting on, still with a chance. And life here in Cologne as Story doubles up down towards Connector, and FlyQuest into the B site, forcing Pain to reconsider as Big Ozera backs off towards the beach. Safe is a long way off, and they've got no utility for this retake.
I think this is another round you save if you're Pain. Again, all you have to do is win 1 more. Give up this AK-47, give up an extra rifle. This might motivate them to move forward.
No utility still, and time is starting to tick on that fuse. Big Ozera getting close. He wins this fight against Snatic, but big headshot. And the man from New Zealand delivers an important frag. He's been really struggling on this map. That's his 5th kill, but it's a really important one. It prevents Pain Gaming from even having a shot at retaking there. So you're going to see FlyQuest back away, a 10th round collected, and 2 rounds away from securing overtime.
And this is potentially the first uncomfortable... Oh, Story, is he chasing? Okay, no, he's beneath. This is the first time it feels in this series that Pain has been put in an uncomfortable position by FlyQuest. Now they have to have a conversation and consider the economy and the money that they're in. They're going to buy right back up into it because they have the cash, but it's going to leave them with very little on a few players, especially when Safe picks up the AWP. This round might be the one that brings FlyQuest overtime. If you can win this one, break the money, take the guns away. Pain is going to have to fight that 24th round with very little. A couple players will be on weakened weapons, weakened utility. This is the window of opportunity FlyQuest has been battling for in this entire half to come back in this. 3 of the last 4 in their favor.
It started with the Vexite pistol. An incredible moment on the platform in that B bomb site. That was the first step. They've had so many moments that could have shaken them, that broken them, but they have stayed in this. And if they win this one, all the chances in the world to try get into overtime, into the bonus rounds.
Safe back on the AWP, not Snow.
He didn't do anything with it in the last round. Safe goes over towards B. This is where he starts on Jail.
Everyone patient, nobody wanting to make that early mistake to give their team a deficit. Ins far back at Ruggs and Stairs. Push. And now the FlyQuest is at this B bomb site. 1 minute. And late into it. It's nothing fast from FlyQuest. They're going to group middle.
Middle has been their area of the map where they have found the most success. You know, they get the most space here. Pain not challenging them.
Yeah, Pain hasn't played it too much. Either really aggressive or they're kind of giving it up. But VSM and Big U's are in positions at this bomb site that could get them sandwiched if they're not careful.
Oh, VSM taking a shot to the smoke. FlyQuest.
8-7'ye geliyor durum ve herhangi bir silah taşımasını da, silah korumasını da engelledi rakibinin Misa. Ve full power. Bir bay yapıp